I almost lost 10 years worth of credibility through an error in Excel. And what really got me at that point in time was that it wasn't the error itself in Excel, it was how fragile the whole reporting system that I'd built up and how close to just falling down like a deck of cards it was. Now, you may be working in a similar situation where you've got lots of Excel files, they're linked to other Excel files, they've got pivot tables, they've got downloads from a CMMS that you've got to remember to keep up to date. You've got files in different locations and folders and people updating those files independently. Sometimes they're even on their C drives. And that whole system, although it generates a result, takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, and always has that underlying feeling that things are just not quite right and things could definitely be better. Now, I had an issue that was exactly like this and it had some pretty major consequences. So just quickly share that with you. A few years back, a good few years back, we had one of these systems, okay? It was pulled together on a weekly basis and it took us probably 2 days of that week, probably less than that, but you know, that was the order of magnitude to pull it together. And then it was one of these packs that was an issue to senior leadership and the board. Now, one of these packs, and there was an error at some point in the process, and one of these packs got issued and it had on it a graph which contained safety critical backlog. Now, if you work in maintenance, you'll know safety critical backlog. It's a work to maintain our safety critical bits of equipment that's there to protect people, and it's a proxy for risk. But we'd reported one figure 1 month, and then the following month we'd report a different figure for that same month. And one of the eagle-eyed executives had noticed this and said, well, last month you reported this value, and then now this month you're reporting last month's value has been higher. And then the previous month it was is lower, and then he looked through it, and the whole sequence, the whole trend, was different to the trend that we're reporting just now, and it wasn't very different. It was not a massive order of magnitude, but it was different enough to call into question: are these numbers actually accurate? Are we reporting the truth? And the truth and confidence in the truth for this type of work and for this type of metric is absolutely crucial. We need to know that's the case because these get reported not only to the board and but to also external stakeholders like a health and safety executive. So it's really important that we're on top of these figures and really understand them, and they weren't. Okay, we weren't. And there was an investigation, and it was honestly it was a stressful time. And we eventually found the issue, and it was just basically some sort of copy and paste error. But it was enough for us to start thinking seriously about change. And sometimes it needs a catalyst like that to say, right, okay, we've got to take a step back. We've got to spend a bit of time thinking about what went wrong and how we can fix it. Because often managers get a result, and sometimes they don't pay too much attention to how that result is actually pulled together. They've got a result, they're happy with that result, they get the figures they need. And if the figures start being inaccurate and there starts to be a lack of trust in that figures, that's when they can then start to think about, right, okay, what is the underlying processes that are pulling this together? And do we need to look at this and improve it? Now, the key outcome of that investigation into it was with too many data sources, where we're using Excel for too many purposes, where we're using Excel as the store of the data, as the transformation tool for manipulating the data in pivot tables, where we're using it as a visualization tool, and where we're also taking that information and posting it into PowerPoint presentations, because sharing Excel with senior executives is now something that is a great user experience. So that was the first thing. The second thing was there's too many people involved in the process, and their roles weren't well defined. And then the third thing was there was too many steps. Okay, we had to download data from here, we had to copy it from that spreadsheet into that spreadsheet, we had to create a pivot table in that spreadsheet. So the whole thing needed to be streamlined. There's also emotional consequences, and it's something that probably isn't talked about enough, or certainly very often. And it's the consequences on people that are managing these systems, these poor systems for collecting data and for reporting. And there's a couple of aspects to that. The first one is it doesn't just waste time. Okay, it wastes a lot of time, and it can be demoralizing to copy and paste data and to take that information and put it into that spreadsheet and then copy that chart and stick it into a PowerPoint presentation. It's a waste. It can feel like it's a waste of time, but it's also simple to make mistakes. It isn't something that's really, we're not designed to remember lots of things. And if you've got a 20 sequence step that needs to get the data from one place to another, and that isn't uncommon, maybe 10, 12 sequences and things you got to remember. You can get checklists and stuff like that, but often you don't have time to put that together. And one of the things it can do is it can call into question the competence of the people that are running that system. But they're pushed into a system that makes it difficult for them to be totally competent and reliable. So there's a real emotional impact to this that I think never gets talked about enough, and it's something that we should really acknowledge. And it's another reason why we should put a structured reporting system in place and at least make an effort to improve the one we've got. Okay, so where do you go from here? Well, one of the things that I realized at that point in time was that we needed to make some changes. Now, ultimately, you want to get a data warehouse in place and you want to get the data automatically extracted and transformed and pulled into the data warehouse from your source systems, and then you want to build a reporting solution on top of that. We use Power BI. But that took time, and it took a bit of a budget, and it took IT involvement, and IT are busy, and sometimes the budget cycle means that you can't start this until next year. So we needed to make some changes now, and one of the things that really changed is how we perceived Excel. Because actually, a lot of people think Excel is the villain. Excel's uncontrolled. Excel can be edited. Excel has got different cells that can contain different information, and there's lots of bad press with Excel. But actually, as a data store and used correctly and put with some controls and mechanisms in place, it totally does the job that you need it to do if you need to get started. And that's a key point here. If you're in a situation where you are, you've got one of these reporting systems or the flavour of what I've just described, you need to get started and you need to move in the right direction. Now, I've created a tool that can help you see where you are, because you need to see where you are to see where you want to go, and you need to understand what is the landscape here. What does good look like? What can we do to get just a little bit better over time? And at which point how far can we get without a massive investment? And you can get quite far. That's the key point here. And what I've done is I've created a quick assessment tool. It'll take you 2-3 minutes to fill it in. It's about 16 questions, maybe even less than that. And that's going to give you your location on a grid. Okay, it's going to give you a location on a grid, and it's going to have two axes. The first one, the x-axis, is telling you, or the y-axis actually, is how robust is your data management system. Okay, from the bottom where you've got nothing to the very top where you've got an enterprise data warehouse. Okay, so that's going to tell you that. And then along the x-axis is going to tell you, are you using that data? Okay, is the data getting used? And we're going to go into this whole maintenance, intelligence, maturity assessment in another video. But for now, to give you a chance to move forward, and you're going to get a report, you fill it in, you'll get a short report, it's a couple of pages, and it's going to give you 3 action steps that you can take today, and they're going to cost a fortune. It's probably going to be using tools that you've already got that's going to allow you to move forward. Okay, and once you move forward, you can take the assessment again, and you can see, right, okay, I've moved up, and now at the next stage, and I'm going to give you some resources along the way that you can actually refer to that's going to help you on that journey. So if you look for the description and you'll see a link, fill it in. It's going to take you 2 or 3 minutes, and let us know in the comments how you get on, and let us know if you're in a similar situation. And I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks for watching.